Well, today is going to be an interesting day. It's the final prep day for my welcome to the 50-year-old colonoscopy. So, I'm on a liquid diet. I'll be cranky. It's right after Thanksgiving, so I'm not going to be able to eat a lot of our Thanksgiving leftovers. And they got me drinking stuff that will surely tear my insides out. So I'm going to give you guys a nice update. If you don't want to watch this video, go ahead and turn it off now, because I doubt there'll be any wrenching in this video. Step one of my prep is to drink this bottle of magnesium citrate. So you got to drink this whole bottle when you wake up in the morning. I got that down. So I am now officially committed. Let's see what happens next. Next up, filling this up with warm water. It had some substance in the bottom that was kind of like a salt. And then I got to mix in some of these gas drops. So that's next on my list of things to do. And then I continue my liquid diet for the remainder of the day. First bathroom break, about 55 minutes after drinking that clear magnesium stuff. An hour later, round two. Time to start pumping in the water. You do not want to get dehydrated going through this process. I would recommend eating or drinking the clear liquids that are on the approved list and drinking at least 8 ounces of water per hour. Round three. I didn't make it an hour this time. I'm trying to make it an hour. I'm not trying to spend all day in this restaurant. Round four, very short warning. Had to rush in here. Another round. It's getting kind of sensitive and sore. I think I'm going to switch to wet wipes. Whew. This is maybe round 6, I guess. It's like once an hour. Okay, I'm on a 20-minute rotation. I do a water. 20 minutes later, I do some Jello. 20 minutes later, I do some apple juice. 20 minutes later, I'm back to water. Really hadn't experienced any hunger pains yet. It's about 2:30. I'm about to hit my Jello, a cup of Jello. My wife made some broth to help curb my appetite. I don't know if that's really approved on the list, but at any rate, I'm just trying to stick to my water, Jello, apple juice regimen. Just had another trip to, I guess, relieve myself a little bit. It's getting a little painful. So I applied a little bit of this ointment to help reduce the soreness a little bit. Not quite 3 o'clock yet, so I'm going to drink my apple juice. Here I am about 30 minutes later. That diaper rash cream helped a little bit, but not as much as I'd like. So let's keep pumping the fluids. Time for the water. I'm about 5 minutes away from entering the final stage of level 2 of this cleanse. The first 5 days I had to do those things, stay away from certain foods, stuff like that, being cautious of medications, which I'm not on any. Stage 2, the day before, doing the cleanse. I'm about to hit the 7 p.m. stage. I'm going to eat a little Jello before that. And then I'll hit stage 3 tomorrow morning. I just took my pre-bedtime shower. It's not quite 7 o'clock yet. It's getting there. I want to give you a couple of tips, because I think the first half of this cleanse, the first 12 hours, is probably a piece of cake versus what I'm about to enter into. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back and make any more video clips before I show up at the hospital tomorrow morning. But let me tell you what. Once you get going a couple hours into this, no dance or funny moves below your armpits that can possibly end up being messy. No dances or sudden movements below the stomach, or below the chest line, that's probably not going to be good. Don't think that you're going to have any trouble-free, let's say, passing gas. There may not be any forgiveness in that area. So if you got to pass gas, go get on the toilet, because you don't want to make a mess. Do a lot of fluids. Dehydration is actually a dangerous thing. You don't want it to happen to you. They say 1 to 2 cups an hour. As you can tell, I was doing 3 to 4 cups an hour. You don't want to get dehydrated. That's not going to be good. And, you know, follow what they advise. Because if you show up at the doctor's office and things aren't what they expect them to be because you cheated, as it says on that bottom line, they will probably turn you away and you have to repeat this entire process. So don't play games with it. So I'm going to have a cup of Jello and then go into the monster side of this cleanse. I decided to have about a half a cup of Jello, and then I'll get into that other liquid that they sent me. Alright, the instructions say I should drink 3/4 of a gallon within a certain amount of time. Every 10-15 minutes drink a cup. 12 cups, so I'm hash marking my cups off here. I got my timer running, resetting that thing every 10 minutes, and I'm putting it down. Okay, I got less than a minute to my 7th glass of this stuff. I've already put down 6 of them. Not moving as far as I thought it would, because I think I need to go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, maybe I need to go to there. I should move that line a little bit. Maybe that'll balance out better for my glasses. Maybe my glass is a little smaller than it needs to be. I'm being honest with you. This is a lot rougher than the bottle of stuff I drank this morning. And really, since I started this part, I've been to the bathroom 3 times. I got a lot of gas. I can't imagine have not placed that anti-gas droppers in this bottle, because the amount of gas I have is unreal. But even more puzzling than that is I don't even know what orifice the fluids that are coming out of me it's coming out of. I can't tell. I swallowed a whistle when I was around 5 years old, a little round whistle. I imagine I'm about to visit that thing again. And man, it's getting tender down there, so my advice is pat, don't wipe. Pat will be better for you. There it is, number 7 down. You know, the stuff really doesn't taste bad. It's kind of like a mild salt solution. I've been all over the world eating and drink all kinds of stuff, so the taste really doesn't bother me. But it is a lot of liquid that I'm putting down. In your bathroom, you will want a couple extra things, or a couple of things for sure. Have your toilet paper there. Have a extra toilet paper roll. Have some air freshener, and if you have an exhaust fan, do use that. Close the door, because man, it is noisy. The first 2 things that come to mind when it comes to sound is 1, explosion, 2, volcano. You know, it's just coming out. Finished my 12 cups. Actually, I did 13. This is the first time that I felt hungry today. I think this stuff absolutely does nothing for you but drain you out. So I'm going to go ahead and eat some Jello, and then drink some apple juice, and then drink some water. By that time it'll be my bedtime. That stuff goes through you pretty quick, so I'm done with that part. I just have to deal with what they say to do first thing in the morning, which is get up at least 2.5 hours before my appointment time, which would be 5 o'clock, and drink 4 more cups of this stuff, and then don't drink anything else. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And let me wrap this up. I'll see you on the way to the doctor. Okay, I am on my way to the hospital. Everything seems to have gone well. I learned that it was easier to relieve myself of some of that fluid when I rocked right to left. So, didn't really experience much hunger right at bedtime. Didn't experience any discomfort trying to sleep. I slept almost normal and well. So, we're going to go over here, go through this procedure, and update you on the other side. Okay, it's all over. When we got in the doctor's office area, this was done at the VA. We filled out a little sheet, gave them my caregiver. You have to have a caregiver, somebody that's going to be there, that can make emergency decisions for you, and that can ride you home and look after you the rest of the day. They will not do this procedure without you having a caregiver. Once they called me in the back, took my blood pressure, asked a few questions, had me disrobed. The only thing I took with me was my cell phone, my driver's license, and my veteran's ID. Nothing else was needed. I disrobed, went to the restroom, waited for them to come out. The doctor came out, did a quick interview, gave me the pros and cons of the procedure. Now, I thought they were just going to scope around a little bit. Well, it turns out, if they find polyps in your large intestine, they're going the whole width of the large intestine, around 3 feet, they will remove them. The good thing is, if they find some, they can remove them immediately. The bad thing is, if they puncture your intestine with the camera, which is very rare, or if they remove a polyp that experiences excessive bleeding. Very rare for that to happen, but they did disclose that to me and had me sign a disclosure. So after I signed a disclaimer with the doctor, they wheeled me into the room that they were going to do the procedure on. They asked me a couple of questions, hooked me up to a few things, talked to me, was waiting for the actual procedure doctor to show up. I had an anesthesiologist there. They told me they were going to not quite put me under because they wanted me to be awake during the procedure, but they wanted me sedated enough not to experience any discomfort or pain. So when they told me the doctor was on his way in and they gave me the anesthesia, from that point until after it was done, I remember absolutely nothing. After the procedure, my wife brought me home. I was pretty much out of it the rest of the day. I didn't have any complications. I was able to eat. I did rest and sleep a few times through the remainder of the day. And the next day, I was totally back to myself and had my strength. But again, I want to stress, do not allow yourself to get dehydrated. Lots of fluids. They told me I was one of the few people that they found no polyps. If they would have found a polyp, they would have removed it, had it sampled, and rescheduled my next one according to my risk of colon cancer. Since they found nothing, I'm free to go for 10 years. So, something that you need to do. It ain't fun, but it's better safe and aware than sorry. If you have any questions, go ahead and post it below. I believe that part of my successful results was a result of the things that we add to our diet, and I'll link a video about that below. Ask me any questions if you need to. Thanks for watching.